such a strange and amusing place. One day you buy him rocket ship underpants, and then the next they're in outer space. Mama, don't you know you keep the whole world turning?
Hi, I'm Gretchen.
And I'm Paige, and together,
We're MommyCast. We've been podcasting about parenting for over 4 years now.
That's right, and with 7 kids between us, this parenting thing never gets old. But it can be especially tricky in the beginning.
Right. In the beginning, there are huge decisions that have to be made. Decisions you may not have even thought of.
That's right, but the more guidance you have, the more prepared you'll feel.
So that's why we're so pleased to be teaming up with State Farm in our New Beginnings series, because the earlier you're prepared, the more peace of mind you have.
And the easier it'll be to start your new lives together.
So come take a look with us.
Buying a home can be so scary.
I know. When we were buying our first home, I was pregnant and I had morning sickness 24/7, and the last thing I wanted to do was to research where to buy a home or how.
Right. So to get more information out to new moms and new families about this changing market, we've invited David Harbour, who is a former pro football player, real estate agent, and eco-broker.
Welcome
Certified
to
eco-broker. What is that?
Well, thank you, Gretchen and Paige. Thank you for having me on. A certified eco-broker is a designation, and it's the highest designation that a real estate agent can have, learning about all these things about green technology and being eco-friendly.
That is so far beyond what I was thinking. I mean, the first thing I was thinking of when we were buying our first home was the neighborhood.
Right.
And also the schools.
Sure.
So how do you research the neighborhood and the schools and everything?
Well, that's a good starting point. Based on the National Association of Realtors, 90 to 95% of people start online. So there's great websites to start getting facts and data.
But what are the types of things that we're looking for in a neighborhood? I mean, I know what I was looking for. I didn't want, cars parked on the lawn and,
Like
up on cinder blocks in the, you know what I mean? But what are the things that you suggest people look for in a
Well,
neighborhood?
there are different types of neighborhoods for different families. So first you have to find out what are the rules and regulations of the community.
Okay.
Another big component is education. What are the school systems like? What can I expect? And then you're also talking about crime. How safe am I in that community?
Good point.
There's actually a great website. It's called crimereports.com. And actually it's a national site that's tied into your local law enforcement agencies. It's giving you up-to-date crime information that happens on daily, weekly, monthly basis.
Interesting.
I think a lot of what I was looking for too is value for the amount of money. I mean, this is probably the most important, the largest purchase a person will ever make, a family will ever make. And you want to make sure that you're getting a good value and that you're not moving into a house that's automatically going to need major repairs right away.
The HVAC?
We just replaced the HVAC in our home.
No, I don't even want to hear it. Don't get started on
Wow, what an expense that was. So you want to make sure that those things are up to date too, right?
I'm glad you're bringing that up because it's really important to get with a full-time licensed agent that can see the full perspective of what you're doing with purchasing and selling a home.
And so do you recommend that people get inspections?
There's different ways of going about whether you make it contingent or not, but you definitely want to get a home inspection because you don't know if there's a cracked foundation or whether you've got some, more serious problems.
Right.
What about, now this is something that's really important to us because my son is very sensitive to mold.
Yeah, the mold.
And we live on the East Coast where it's a very damp environment, and mold is an issue. If you've ever had water in your basement or whatever, I mean, how do you find out about things like mold?
That's part of your home inspection. They have moisture readers. You can actually visually see it, or they can actually read through your walls. And then if there is a high reading, you bring in a mold expert.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that we wanted to ask you about was finance options, because right now I think everybody's kind of freaking out about taking out no interest or all interest loans. And I mean, I don't even know what are you recommending these days?
Certainly there's been a big switch from the type of financing that you can get now. What's becoming more and more popular is FHA loans. Along the lines of being green, there's new types of energy efficient mortgages as well. The best advice that I can give to a family is obviously get pre-approved to find out what the lender will give you, but also have them do what is called a good faith estimate. And then more importantly is find out what is our family budget and what can we really afford. I mean, the bank can loan me this amount, but it might not behoove us to borrow that amount. Today, families have to be more conservative than they were in the past and not hope that they're going to make X number of dollars on the appreciation of their home. We know that's not happening. Remember, at the end of the day, your home is not an investment. It's a place where you live and you sleep and raise your kids, too.
Yeah, that's the way to think of it.
Thanks so much. This information has been fabulous.
Well, thank you for having me on, ladies.
For more information, go to our website,
MommyCast.com.